Welcome back, Family Christmas Treasures, edited by Kacey Barron. We're in section 3, number 4, Christmas in Plains. Jimmy Carter, 39th President of the U.S., Jimmy Carter, who was born in 1924, grew up in Plains, Georgia, where his father worked as a peanut farmer. Here he nostalgically remembers the simple joys of the small-town family Christmases of his youth. Throughout the year, Daddy and I were on the lookout in our woods for a relatively rare wild red cedar that would make a good Christmas tree. One that was perfect in size and shape. It was something of a ceremony when we went out a few days before Christmas to bring it home. My father was meticulous about its quality, and if there were unsightly gaps anywhere in the foliage, we would drill a small hole in the tree trunk and insert an extra limb or two. During our hunt for a tree, there was time to cut enough broom sedge that grew wild in the fields to make Christmas gifts for our kinfolks in town, and to use for sweeping around our own fireplaces. Daddy taught me how to use a dull knife to strip away the slender leaves, beat a bundle of the remaining stalks to get rid of all the fluffy seed pods, and then bind them tightly together to make straw brooms. Decorating our house for Christmas added to the excitement of the season. We children would paint different colored magnolia leaves at school, and these were mixed with the green leaves and red berries and holly to decorate our mantelpiece, tabletops, and around the base of the tree. There was an enormous American holly tree in the middle of one of our fields, and since we had interlopers had long ago removed the lower leaves and berries, I would climb high enough with a hatchet or machete to send what we needed down to my waiting sisters and parents. My favorite way to get mistletoe, usually at the top of an oak or pecan trees, and on the ends of the slender limbs, was to shoot into the clump and let the bullets or buckshot cut off some sprigs. We made Christmas tree decorations in our classrooms at school and proudly presented them to our parents. The most common were long chains of circled and glued paper strips of different colors to be draped over the tree limbs, and these were supplemented with ropes of popcorn and cranberries strung along the slender threads. We contrived all kinds of dangling ornaments, either flat or three-dimensional, and fixed them to the limbs with small strings or haywire. There was tin foil in each package of cigarettes. My father smoked several packs a day, which we painstakingly cut into very narrow strips to use as tinsel or icicles. All of us were proud to learn how to make a perfect 5-point star with one scissor and snip if the heavy paper was folded correctly, and then we covered it with tin foil. Either this or an angel was mounted on top of our tree as a crowning ornament. Much later, when Rosalind and I had a family of our own, someone gave us a really fancy store-bought star, and our children insisted on suspending it from the ceiling to be raised or lowered each Christmas to match the exact height of the succeeding trees. We still leave the ornament hanging there all year as a great reminder of past and future holidays. Even without electricity, the decorations would be beautiful. I believe the most admired tree we ever saw in Plains was a small holly cut by the family of one of my friends, perfectly shaped, covered with red berries and strung just with threaded popcorn.